Today we're going to talk about a big change to the future cruise deposit program that Princess runs. We're going to talk about the Alaska season, itinerary changes. Now we've got an all volcano involved in the season that might have an impact in part of the Alaskan region there where cruises do leave from. We've also got information on Fort Lauderdale. Lots to talk about today, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday, it's April 14th of 2023, and I wanted to let you know that this evening we are going to do our live. It'll start at about 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If Gordon gets home from work a little bit early and we can start sooner, we will, so make sure that you are subscribed and click that little notification bell, because then you will get a notification, whether it's an email or a little banner on your phone letting you know when we go live, so that you don't miss out. We always like to do the question and answer kind of format, and then we've got things to talk about. I want to know, and you can put it down below under this video as well, what do you expect out of a group cruise? When you go on a group cruise, what is it that you're hoping for? What kind of experience? Would you please share that below? I am working on finalizing a lot of things for our group cruise that'll be on May 27th on the Holland America's Eurodom up to Alaska, and I want to make sure that I have all my I's dotted and all my T's crossed, and so I'd love to hear from you on that. Let's go ahead and start off talking about what's going on with the future cruise deposit program. So if you are new here, if you are on board a Princess ship, you're on a cruise, you can buy a future cruise deposit, and what that does is that money sits there, and if you use it on the next time you book a cruise, you can use it as the deposit, and you will automatically get some onboard credit depending on which category of cabin you book, whether it's an inside, a balcony, and so on, and the length of the cruise that you book for. So historically, it has always been that once you bought that, you had 2 years to use it. If you did not book another Princess cruise and use that within 2 years, Princess just would refund that money directly back to the credit card that you purchased it with. But they changed the date, the time frame. Now you have 1 year to use it. So if you don't use your future cruise deposit within 1 year, then they are going to refund your money to you at that point. So all of the future cruise deposits that were bought up until April 5th, that has the 2-year time limit. Starting on April 5th, all of the cruise deposits that you buy, you now have just 1 year. And so it is really, I think, a really good program that they run. The lowest amount of onboard credit you get is $25. So there is a 25% return on your money right there. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. So first of all, if you know that there is no way your schedule is going to open up for a year to be able to book a cruise, you don't need to buy one, right? Because you're not going to use it. But if you think that there is any chance at all that you're going to use it, you should probably think about getting one. Another thing that's really valuable to know to do with those, if you're on a cruise and you want to book a cruise while you're on the cruise, buy the future cruise deposit, and it can be used right there on that cruise that you book while you're on board. You'll get that extra onboard credit. It serves as the deposit for that cruise. It's a really good program. Just wanted to let you know about it. Another thing, I also want to let you know, anyone who wants to go on our Total Eclipse cruise that goes on April 5th of 2023, send me an email. Just going to say, send me an email. And if you are on a cruise and you want to come, tell them that I'm your travel agent, and if I have a cabin there because someone's canceled, you can book it. All right, so the phone number you would need to tell them that is 480-447-9277. Just throwing that out there if you want to try to get one. But if you want the chance to go on that cruise, send me an email, would ya? Alrighty. Now the next thing that we need to talk about super fast here is yesterday in Fort Lauderdale. The airport was closed, and lots of people were really worried if it was going to impact cruises because of the damage that was sustained when they received so much rainfall in such a short amount of time there in Fort Lauderdale. I'm happy to let you know a couple of things. First of all, the airport did open again today and is running smoothly, and the cruise port there has not closed. Okay, I have been in contact. We've got Let's Go family members who are due to set sail on Sunday. And Princess did send me, because I'm their travel advisor, sent me an emergency notification letting us know that right now they don't foresee any problems with their sailing leaving on Sunday, April 16th as scheduled. So I think that's great news, and I am really excited. This is these people's very first time to sail on Princess, so I am really hoping and praying for an amazing cruise for them. I think they're going on the Enchanted Princess. The Enchanted Princess. I love the Enchanted Princess. So there you go. If you're sailing out of Fort Lauderdale, coming into Fort Lauderdale, it sounds like everything is going to go as smoothly as it usually does with your sailings there. If you receive any other notifications, though, would you please let us know, because you never know what might impact another cruise line or another cruise, so let us know. Now, yesterday we were talking about Alaska, and I told you I just completely forgot about the Ruby Princess. So thank you, those of you who reminded me. Princess has 7 ships, not 6 ships. They've got 7 sailing in Alaska this year, and the Ruby Princess, I love the thing about the Ruby Princess is she sails round trip from San Francisco, which makes it a 10-day cruise. Every time she goes, it's always at least 10 days, and it makes it really handy there for people that live in that region or can easily drive or fly into San Francisco. You want that experience. It's absolutely wonderful. So the Ruby Princess will set sail with her very first cruise on Sunday, May 7th. It's a 10-day inside passage with Glacier Bay cruise. Sounds absolutely wonderful. And as I mentioned yesterday, she is going to go into a dry dock in a few months, and it will be after that Alaska cruise season. I should have made that clear yesterday. So thank you very much. Let's talk about some of the itinerary changes that are coming in regarding, and most of them are regarding Skagway. So really quickly, we have got Let's Go family members who will be on the Royal Princess sailing on May 13th. And the updates that they have received are just that they're going to be leaving from Juneau at 9 p.m. rather than 10 p.m. They are going to be arriving in Skagway at 6 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. So that'll be earlier, but luckily, like I said, it should be light. No problem. But no changes to their departure time yet. So we'll see about that. And then finally, Ketchikan, just a teeny little twitch. They'll be leaving at 1:15 instead of 1 p.m. So that's the update on the Royal Princess on sailing on May 13th. The next one that I've got is we've got Let's Go family members who will be on the Royal Princess that week before on May 8th. And they are going to be leaving Juneau at 9 p.m. instead of 10 as well. And Skagway has been moved forward on their journey as well to 6 a.m. rather than 7 a.m. And they are also leaving at 1 p.m. Not at 1:15 rather than 1 p.m. So I'm wondering if all of the cruises that are like that one on the Royal Princess, I'm wondering if all of them are being tweaked like that. So let us know. Those are just little tweaks. When we sailed out of Juneau at 10 p.m. when we went in August of 2021, it was perfectly dark. So it didn't really make a difference to us. I think the only time it would make a difference is if you were on an all day long excursion that took your whole time and you were hoping to shop for a few more minutes, because usually the shops will stay open as long as the ship is in port. I think that's the only thing that would maybe impact anyone's experience there. Finally, we've got Let's Go family members who will be on the Majestic Princess, leaving from Whittier, going southbound to Vancouver on June 3rd. And Princess has changed their itinerary. They have taken Skagway completely off. So that is a big change as well. They didn't get an explanation for why, but I'm thinking it probably has something to do with problems due to the potential for rock slides there. But a happy thing is they added Icy Strait Point. I am really excited that you all get to go to Icy Strait Point. When they took Glacier Bay off of our itinerary with Holland America, they took Icy Strait Point too. So I'm going to have to book a cruise to Alaska that has both of those places on it again, especially Icy Strait Point, as we have never been. Alrighty, and then finally, here's a big update. Things you would never think of. So, I don't know. with the rock slide there in Skagway took us all by surprise last year. Although I will say, when I pulled into that dock before, I'm like, they built it next to this unstable like wall of rocks. Like, I didn't get that, other than I thought, well, this must be the only space they had. But that I could see. However, yesterday, and thank you to the Let's Go family member who let us know this, Anchorage Airport there, they had to cancel 6 flights due to volcano ash from a volcano in Russia coming over and threatening the flights there. So it said that there was not like a lot of ash fall on any of the homes or structures there in Anchorage, but that the volcano ash was enough, and it is very sharp, and if it gets in a jet engine, it can ruin it. It was enough that they had to cancel these flights. And so a couple of things about this. So number one, this is, I think we're going to have to keep an eye on it this whole season to see what's going on. And up there in Alaska, they do have the Alaska Volcano Observatory. They've got enough of their own volcanoes, and clearly they're in close enough proximity to some of them in Russia and other places in the world, quite frankly, that they keep track of how much ash is coming and how everything is going. But the volcano that erupted on Wednesday was called the Shiveluch, Shiveluch volcano, and it is in part of that Kamchatka region there of Russia. And side note, like, look that up on YouTube. You're not going to believe this region there. It is amazing. Gordon and I have actually watched lots of videos about it because it is so just very intriguing, that whole region. But the most active volcano there is this one that erupted, and it is just there on the the east side of Japan, and so it's closer for it to blow over and come in there to Anchorage. And so hopefully, I'm really hopeful that it's not going to impact any of the flights of anyone who is trying to fly in or out of Anchorage for the cruise season, but just have that on your radar. I really hope it doesn't turn into a problem this year. It said that on Wednesday, it sent ash more than 6 miles into the air, and it is like that volcano is 1,772 miles from Anchorage. So hopefully, she'll just wait till after the cruise season to erupt a whole lot more. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you about for just a minute is shows. And I told a Let's Go family member I would talk about it more in our video yesterday, and it slipped my mind. So a lot of people, their first princess cruise will be to Alaska. It is a very popular area for new cruisers to pick up a cruise, to give Princess a try because they're so well known in that region there. So the shows, how do the shows work? I know that when you look at your app on your phone, especially as it gets closer to time to sail, and then once you're on board, you can click if you want to attend something. Please know that that is not a reservation. Princess does not require a reservation for any of their shows. You just go early and get a good seat. Okay, I would say always go early because sometimes they will fill up, especially the more popular shows. Gordon and I always go at least a half an hour early. It's just our habit if we want to see a show. So I would say go at least that much early, and you can sit there and visit or catch up on your emails, whatever it is that you want to do while you're waiting, but go early. But be aware that they will have those seats set aside for people that have the premier package, because reserved seating is part of the perk of that package. But for everyone else, you can just go sit down wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go. Okay, so wanted to make sure that everybody is aware of that. And that is just not on the cruises to Alaska. That is on all of the princess sailings. Okay. Now, finally, let's talk about Princess's coronation plans. So there are a couple of ships, princess ships, that will be sailing round trip out of Southampton during the time that King Charles III's coronation is going to be going on. I know that there are some people that are super interested on the whole royal thing here in the United States and in Great Britain, and some who it's not such a big deal. But I thought it was really kind of fun that Princess has some things going that on ships that will be sailing during that time. So if you're not familiar, that coronation is scheduled for May 6th of 2023. And so the Regal Princess and the Sky Princess are the two ships that will have events on board to do with that. Now, I remember I'm trying to remember, I think it was on the Regal Princess when we were on last year during the Queen's Jubilee, during the special celebrations that they had going on for that they did really fun things on board the Regal Princess. And like the cruise director was awesome. He was from Great Britain, and like up on the top deck, I even have footage from it. They did a lot of traditional British, rock and roll songs, and people were dancing to it. Just so much fun. But anyway, let me tell you what they are going to do for the coronation. So first of all, they are going to have a lot of the live events to do with the coronation showing on Movies Under the Stars. So if you want to catch that, you're going to be able to watch that. You're not going to miss it. It said that it was even going to include the coronation concert at Windsor Castle. That will also be available up there on Movies Under the Stars screen. Another fun thing, they are going to have, both those ships are going to have a lovely royal afternoon tea served on board. If you're up on the top deck, you can order a Pimm's, which is a ginger-based liqueur, and strawberries. And then in the World Place Marketplace, they're going to have some traditional foods like sausage rolls and fish and chips. This is kind of cool. I would go to this. Grant Harold, who once served as King Charles's butler, is going to be on board to deliver talks on the Regal Princess from May 3rd to May 5th. And then he's going to be on the Sky Princess from May 6th to the 13th. And he apparently, I looked him up, he is pretty well known because he knows like all these royal traditions, as well as like all these etiquette things that the royals do, that is just kind of interesting, as well as sharing his personal experience of being the king's butler. So that sounds kind of just fun to go hear about. Also, they're inviting people on those days to dress in the colors there for Great Britain, whether they do the Union Jack in their outfit or do the red, white, and blue like is traditional there in England. So passengers are invited to do that. And then finally on May 6th, the day of the coronation, the Regal Princess is going to be stopping in Holyhead, Wales, so that they can actually be on land to experience the coronation there. Apparently that is a really big deal. The King Charles, it was the longest serving the longest serving Prince of Wales in British history. And so they're expecting that to be an amazing opportunity as well. So if any of you are booked on those cruises, let us know how it goes. It sounds incredibly fun to me, as well as getting to do everything else you were hoping to get to do on your British Isles cruise. Let's see. And then, the final thing is the Sky Princess. They're going to have a royal variety show in the Princess Theatre centered around the career of Elton John, because he is British. Plus, they're going to have royal trivia in the Princess Live Theater. So if you are really good at royal trivia, get yourself over there and participate. Just so much fun here. I'm really excited. We have a Let's Go Family British Isles group cruise scheduled for next year in 2024, June 8th of 2024. And you need to kind of schedule these things some more in advance, but how long we've known the coronation was going to be. But you know what? I would have just loved to do a British Isles cruise during that time. But we have other commitments with our children. We cannot pick up a cruise right then. But anyway, if any of you are on those sailings, let us know. And if you are on any other ships right now or recently home, let us know how everything's going. We're going to talk about bartenders a whole lot more. And I'm going to end here super fast with an apology. So our video that went up last Friday we were traveling. I recorded it Thursday night before we left home. Friday morning, Gordon was supposed to edit it as we were in the car driving the rest of the way down to Phoenix. Well, he did edit it. We just didn't realize we didn't have good enough internet to save his edits. So that's not the greatest video, because you get to hear me saying, oh, we'll do that next time, or Gordon fixed this. And so I just wanted to say I'm sorry. We took it down. He's editing it the way it should have been edited, and we're going to pop it up again. I'll try to remember to let everyone know that as well in our live tonight, but I'm really sorry about that. If you haven't subscribed, we would love to have you with us. We are really excited that we're getting new Let's Go family members. We are so excited to have you with us. So thank you. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.